Now I remember why I moved out of the room.
Mascara.
Hi, friends. I'm going to attempt to do this video. My children are sitting here with me and causing all kinds of problems as usual. Welcome to a new year of CC Cycle 3. And this is our week 1 recap video. We were missing 3 friends. We were missing Job and Brooks. And Cooper was not feeling good. So we were sad to miss those friends. But hopefully they will be able to join us next week. So this is a quick recap of the motions and things we did so that hopefully our friends that weren't there can know what we did, or you can remind your little people at home. All right, so for math this week, we really just did exercises while we did the numbers and sang the songs. So we just counted up to 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And then we skip counted the twos, which is to the tune of Jesus Loves Me. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, and 30. And those songs are either on the app or on the CD if you have those, and you can just play those and let your little people listen to them, and they will pick them up very quickly. For Latin, we did prepositions this week, and we did voices, I think, for prepositions. So we talked about how we had the English word, the Latin word, and then the translation into the English. We talked about how there are different languages in the world, and Latin is a language that was spoken a long time ago, but it still helps us a lot with languages today. So that's why we study it. And our prepositions were in, apud, with, pair, by, sine, without, from, day, of. And we did different voices with that. So we did squeaky voice, we did quiet voice, we did robot voice to practice those. For science, we did what are 4 types of tissue? 4 types of tissue are, and we did connective for the first one. That was our motion, connective. Epithelial, we just touched our skin because the epithelial tissue holds things together. So connective, epithelial, muscle, we made our strong muscles, and for nerve, we just did like a shaking motion for nerve. For English, we talked about an infinitive this week, and so we did a little chant for that. We did an infinitive is to plus a verb used as a noun, adjective, or adverb. That was our chant for English. For history, we talked about Columbus this week. And again, you have that song on your CD or on the app. Hey, let me finish my video, okay? And so we did motions. We did in 1492. We kind of did our hand like that while we sang in 1492. Columbus made the first of 4 trips to the Caribbean on 3 Spanish ships named the Nina, the Pinta, and the Santa Maria. And we sang the song. In 1492, Columbus made the first of 4 trips to the Caribbean on 3 Spanish ships named the Nina, the Pinta, and the Santa Maria. For geography, we did the first 5 states and capitals. We talked about how the United States is our country, so it's really cool we get to study our own country this year and how our country is broken up into states. And so we were in the northeastern part of the United States this week, and we did Augusta, Maine, Concord, New Hampshire, Boston, Massachusetts, Providence, Rhode Island, which was teeny tiny, and then Hartford, Connecticut. We talked about how Augusta, Maine kind of looks like a puppy dog's head sticking out into the ocean. Boston, Massachusetts kind of looks like a pistol, okay, like a gun. And then how Rhode Island was really, really small next to Connecticut. And then we found the places on the map, and I sang through the song. So it goes like this. Augusta, Maine, Concord, New Hampshire, Boston, Massachusetts, Providence, Rhode Island, Hartford, Connecticut. And that song is on the Timeline CD. If you have the CDs, it is on the Timeline CD. You can also find it on YouTube. I do not think it is on the app. So if you're hunting that song, it's a good one. And those are two places that you can find it. For Timeline, we just put we went over our cards, and then we did Timeline Tornado to mix them all up. And I took away some and let them tell me which one was missing. And we sang the Timeline song during review while we played with Play-Doh. For fine arts, we talked about drawings. We went over oils this week. We talked about the 5 elements of shape. So we had a circle, we had a line and a dot for the I, and then an angled line for the L, and then a curved line for the S in oils. And we talked about identifying shapes in drawings, in paintings, in works of art, anything we want to draw, and that makes it easier for us to actually be able to imitate it and draw it. And so then we practiced drawing a pirate ship, not a pirate ship, I'm sorry. We practiced drawing a ship like Columbus would have used to sail across to the Americas. For science, we did a fun little science experiment called blinking. It's in the science experiment book on page, or it's number 68. And we just basically were talking about optical illusions. So we drew a little smiley face on a piece of paper, and then we copied it on another piece of paper. We stuck it to a pencil and rolled the pencil up and down, and it looked like the little smiley face was blinking at us. And we talked about the persistence of vision, how our vision, it holds on for about a 16th of a second, I believe it was. So our brain can still kind of remember what we saw, and that's why it looks like the face is blinking at us. So those are the things we talked about this week. I hope everybody has a great week and can review all that memory work at home. And I will see you next week. Can you say bye? Say bye.
Bye.